What is going on, guys? IKeegans here, and we're back with a custom tactics video. I wanted to release this one for like a week now, but I was very unsure about my custom tactics. But now I feel very confident in them, and yeah, I've played nearly 700 games now, so I feel like with the majority of the custom tactics that I know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I've seen kind of a few people releasing custom tactics videos within like the first week of the game coming out, and it's just how can you have experimented with the game enough to be releasing the best custom tactics? But I'm just gonna show you guys the squad. That is the squad there we've been rocking with, and I'll just show you now where we lay in the monthlies really. So I feel like that I'm kind of got top 100 3 times in a row, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about. But here we'll just have a look at the top 100, and we'll look at the monthlies really, just to see where I lay. So it's just a bit more credible from somebody who's actually getting in the top 100, because I've seen so many videos with the best custom tactics, and the truth is there are no best custom tactics really. It's just whatever suits your playstyle and whatever you're comfortable with. But I'm happy to show you my custom tactics, give them a little feel with, and then try and work them into your own game, or then just increase some parts, decrease another part, and just see what happens really. So 45th, 110 wins out of 120 games, so I'm really happy with that. That's a great start for me. Obviously I've only started playing competitively this FIFA. I played a little bit last FIFA, but I started too late. I started in January, so I was way behind. But yeah, let's just jump back into the squad, and I'll show you the formation I rock in. So this is the starting formation, and then once the game starts up, we do change to this here. But let's just move the players in the right place here, so you guys understand what we're working with here. Oh, if I can get them in the right place, that is. Let's have a look. So we got Suarez, Ronaldo up front, Messi, Cam, Hullet, Modric, CMs, Blanc CDM, and these boys, Alexandro left back, Ferdinand centre back, Bailey, new addition instead of Ramos. I wanted to get Walker into the team because I kept having to sub Walker on, and it was really annoying because you don't get full chem if you sub them on, so he was lacking in pace. But now I've got him in, and he's pretty sick. And Bailey does the job. He does a good job like Sergio Ramos. But yeah, let's just jump into the custom tactics. Again, guys, I'm not saying these are the best custom tactics. These are going to like really change your gameplay, but they might help you out a lot. So I was really, with speed, I was going back and forth. Didn't really know what to put. Started with 75, felt that was too quick. It was when they would counter-attack me so easily because all my players would be at the pitch if I lost the ball in the middle or in the deeper half. So I decided to go with 65. I felt that was a really good balance. My players went up the field with good speed, but then if I did lose the ball, it wouldn't leave me in like just my 4 defenders, and they just break easy. So passing is, if you decrease it, it decreases the space between your players, so how far they are to pass the ball. And if you increase it, obviously you'll be holding RB and smashing ALR and doing a lot of long passes. So 45 was really effective for me. I feel like that's the kind of good in between really. Positioning is organised. I wouldn't change that because you don't want your defenders running up front unless you're a bit of a carnage player. Unless you have a lot of faith in your centre backs. Passing, so this is chance creation. So this is kind of how basically what kind of runs your players are making and stuff like that. And so if I went down to low, then my players wouldn't make any crazy runs or anything like that. They'd kind of do the bog standard play, and then you'd have to tell them to do runs by pressing RB or to come closer by pressing LB. But yeah, I found about, I think it was 65 was the best for me. Nearly forgot what I added on then. So 65 was the best for me. I felt like that they made some good runs, but then also they did hold their positions at times, so I could just build off them. Crossing, with this one, I don't really see that much difference apart from I just put on 45. Obviously, if you put it higher, then they're going to get into the boxes for crosses. But I don't really do that many crosses. But it's good to obviously try and pass it sweat into the back of the net there. So higher it is, the more players get in the box. Lower it is, the more players that tend to just wafer on the edge and stuff like that. But if I'm behind in a game, I normally stick this to 80, but I'm still experimenting with it. Shooting, that's the one thing I'm kind of confused with this is. So this is like the tendency to shoot. I've heard some people like the higher it goes, the wider they go, the lower it goes, the narrower like your team goes into positions. I'm not really sure on this one, so with this one, don't quote me on this, guys. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to be like, oh, this does this, this does that, if I don't really know. But shooting's on 60. I remember reading before, it's like the tendency to create shots. So yeah, so I'm guessing the higher it is, the more shooting positions they go into. The lower it is, the more kind of, I don't know, the more nitty they play really. But I'm not entirely sure with that one. So obviously try and do a bit of research, try and just have a little play with it yourselves. Positioning in the final third is freeform because I want my players to mix up. I don't want to be kind of in that organised, predictable role. Defence, this one's probably the most important one for me. If I'm playing 75 pressure, so guys, this means your defensive line is going to be quite up the field. Obviously, the higher the pressure, the higher up the field they're going to be. The lower the pressure, the lower they're going to be down by the field by the goalkeeper, chilling it out if you're on 0. This one, 75 pressure, but if you're playing 75 pressure, guys, make sure you have a quick defense. They don't necessarily have to be amazing defense. Make sure they're quick because you will suffer with through balls otherwise if they're not quick. So that's one thing definitely to note. Aggression is kind of, I'd say, really, I don't know, like kind of, it is important, but at the same time, 65 is kind of like, say how your players would approach the guy with the ball if you're not controlling them. I feel like 65 is a good amount of pressure, aggression, if you're just looking for them to like press them like kind of lightly, but not too much, so it gives up position, gives up spaces, but it puts a bit of pressure on the opponent. If I'm losing, pressure and aggression, they go up. Depends what minute I'm in. So if I'm in like the 70th minute and I'm losing, I know I got 20 minutes, I got to go for the game. Pressure aggression is going to 100, simple as that. I ain't gonna mess around. I just want to try and get a goal back. Team width, I experimented with 44 beforehand. Decided to go on 49. Don't ask me why it's not 50. I just feel like 49, I don't know, it's a weird number, it works well with me. So the lower the team width, obviously, the more condensed they come together, the higher it is, obviously you can cover the wings. But I feel like 49 works really well. Defensive line, cover, it's got to be cover, can't be offside trap unless you're losing. I've never really experimented with the offside trap, but cover gives my defense good stability. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the custom tactics video. I apologise if it has run on for quite long, but remember, guys, just try this if you are struggling with the game, and try and fine-tune it to your play. It's not going to be like you put these on and you're like Ronaldo at the game. It's going to be like an experimental and just finding what works best for you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you did like the custom tactics video, and the rewards are coming tomorrow, and team of the week is out today, so I'm excited. But yeah, cheers guys, see you later.